Welcome to the statewide data set for suspensions for the research for Dr. Cummings and Dr. Coombs. I'm going to walk you through the organization of the data and what we are going to be asking you to do to support this research project. So notice across the top here are the column headings, which indicate the year of the suspension, the district where the suspension occurred, the ethnicity of the students who were suspended, and the number of students that were suspended. You'll notice here that each of the column headings also has a filter that you can use to organize the data for the purposes of coding. So I'm going to give you a couple tips as we walk through that in terms of separating or filtering the data. I would say that for these particular columns, especially for column H, that you don't change the filter because we're only concerned with out-of-school suspensions. So let's get started. So again, this is the aggregate suspension data for the years of 2015, 16, and 17. And this came through a FOIA request that was submitted by the Loyola University of Chicago in collaboration with with a collective group of psychologists and attorneys and service providers in Illinois. So I hope this describes this primary tab for the data. The second tab, let me go back for a second. The data are coded according by year, like I said, and the subsequent pages on this Google Share document also have years in which suspensions have occurred. So notice here 2015 represents this data set, 2015, 2016. 2016 represents 2016, 2017, and then 2017 represents 2018. So as we're going through and looking at these, I'm going to filter this initial column here to just 2015. So you can see here, if I clear and then select 2015, only the year 2015 will show for the rest of the data. Okay, so they're also sorted alphabetically. So you can also select here, and you can sort the data alphabetically. I'm going to leave it alphabetical. You can also sort by color. You can filter by color, filter by a specific condition, so on and so forth. So let's do a sample. So my primary concern, though, is the student count. That's the data I'm going to be coding for each year by district, by student ethnicity. So if we click on 2015-16, you'll also notice that these particular data set also has filters across each of the column headings. And there are some additional data here that you can see here. We won't be using column B, C, or D, so I'm just going to hide these right now so that they're not an issue that we're going to provide challenges for you to review the data. So I'm just going to hide these columns here. Okay, so notice that they're also alphabetically coded here in this column. So my concern is to code the data here. So I'm going to look at this particular district, AC Central Community Unit School District 262. And you'll notice here that for the 2015-16 year, they only have the aggregate data or aggregate number of suspensions for white students. They don't have it for students of color. So I'm only going to code the data which I have. So it's going to be 16. So AC Central, I'm going to find that district, AC Central right here. And it was students This is out-of-school suspension for white students. This is out-of-school suspensions for ethnic or students of color. So that number, I believe, was 16. I'm going to put 16 here. And then if I go back just to double check, so that was correct. For students that are white, there were 16 out-of-school suspensions. Let's do another one for example here. This is Abigadon, Avon Community Unit School District 276. Again, only the data, aggregate data for white students is here. That's 38. So I'm going to look up that district here. Here it is. And I can't remember the number. I think it was 34. 38. Let me correct that. So that was 38.